For joining us. We were talking to Esther Kagiri about social networks and online platforms and how much potential that they have for our country. Now, in terms of challenges in the online market, is it hard to advertise on a social platform? Say on my Facebook page, if I wanted a brand to advertise or put in a strip of their page, is it hard?
We have companies that are doing digital marketing, which then encompasses what advertising that you're talking about. But when it comes to personal pages, they cannot per se advertise on Esther Kagiri's page, but they will advertise generally on Facebook, maybe dependent on the region. If it's an advert that's relevant to Kenyans, then it will fit on only the Kenyans who access Facebook during a particular time. So it's purely largely done on the general areas of the pages of your Facebook.
Oh, how so? Because most of the time, it's good you have clarified that, because most of the time people actually think that it's probably Safaricom or Airtel or whichever brand will come and actually put an advert on my page. Is it more convenient for the brand to do it on the whole Facebook platform rather than on someone's page?
I honestly believe so, because if you're going to advertise on just my page, what happens to what everybody else is looking at on Facebook? So I think it's very convenient and economical to just advertise generally. And once you have a digital marketing team on board, then they're able to actually guide you and show you where you can get your highest returns on investment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, in terms of social, I know I'm dwelling a lot on social media because it has become a phenomenon at the moment. In terms of the hardships that you face in monitoring that kind of content, if you can mention a few of them.
Initially, platforms were designed with purely a recognition for English words or some of the most widely spoken languages in the world. But as we've gone along, again, together with the people who designed our platforms, we have come to be able to allow the systems to acknowledge Swahili words, acknowledge Kikuyu words, acknowledge, you name it, any word that goes on the net. So it's been coined into such a way that it can be able to pick and match the words that we feed onto it with the words that people are using to describe brands or wherever they are, or their names, or those kind of things.
Okay, maybe finally, as we wind up, you can tell us the business opportunities that all these platforms can provide to people who are looking for job opportunities which don't really require a huge amount of capital, and what are the future plans of your company?
The opportunities are endless, because the media industry just keeps growing and growing and growing. I think media can be related to technology. They just keep opening.
They go hand in hand.
Yeah. So there are numerous opportunities, and my encouragement, especially to the young people, we have young people who are young guys who are just on their phones and they are doing things and inventing things. Like you said, Dell was done by a 19-year-old with just very minimal capital. So if we take time to study the media industry and understand why certain things happen certain ways, or how the industry is supposed to be expanding and growing, then we will be able to see opportunities that are coming up. And who better than, the young people in this country? Why not go for it and just do what needs to be done and find yourself some business opportunities in there.
All right. Yeah. Well, thank you very much for that insight, Esther. We have been speaking to Esther Kagiri, the Managing Director of Global Track, an institution that does basically media tracking, monitoring, as well as social media monitoring.